Alright guys, this is Flint Spall. I want you to look, what a shame. This is my Ole Stompin Grounds. You that have looked at these videos, you've seen the tobacco was, it was fine. But we ain't had no rain since the end of May. And this is probably the 4th time I've been down here walking. It looks like I might have something down here. I don't know if it's all there or not. Oh, doggone. Well, it'd have been a fine one if it had been there. Just had to get out though. I hadn't had a chance to get out and do any hunting in too long. I was getting the house burnt, so thought I'd come out here and try it. It's funny how this tobacco's doing. It's so dry, it's like it's reaching toward the sky. All these plants are, and the leaves aren't as sprattled out as what they, were before, and even between the plants where it's dried up. So bad way to get to hunt. But I hate it for the farmer, but I may get fortunate and find a few pieces. I got a handful of brokes so far, but let's keep on looking. I'm back. I think I may have walked up on one. He ain't the biggest, but I'll take him. Beggars can't be choosers, I tell you that. It's been a long time for me. That's a pretty good piece. Yeah, he's a little warped, thick, crude, but hey, I'll take him. I'll try to get back with you. Hope I can turn this camera on a bunch more times. I only got about 2 hours more daylight though, but try to wait till it got a little bit cooler, but it ain't much cooler. I'll get back with you. Alright guys, I'm back with a heartbreaker. I want you to look at that drill. That's too bad. Listen to this. It's gone. Heavy rain and it's for sure gone. It's gonna be hard to get a light rain, and especially a dew. I don't know how they're gonna cut it. But anyway, I sure enough seriously hate it for the farmer. Boy, this is a pretty piece of tobacco early on. Later. People, this may be a faker, but I'm gonna zoom in and see if you can see it. If it's a faker or not. It's laying right up under that tobacco plant. It looks like a worked piece, but I'm gonna get up under there to see. Even to get between these tobacco plants is, well, it's just, it's not good on that tobacco. And it's a faker, look at that. I just found this. Thought it was just a broken tip, but after I picked it up, I can see it's a capina, looks like. There's a car went by. I didn't want them seeing me doing this. It's a pretty nice little piece. I'm saying it's a capina because I found that capina classic out here and another broken one. And I just don't find that many triangle type pieces, and process of elimination tells me it's probably capina. Keep on looking. This thing may be another faker, but I'm gonna get down here and let you look at it and see if it is or not. Yep. Well, it's a tip. Later. Alright guys, I'm doing a lot of maybe nots right here, but just want to see if I can get you one coming out. Another broken tip. Looks like I got something else. Yep, it's a point. I'll get back with you. Alright guys, it's about to get too dark for me to see, but I can see good enough to see that this one right here is going to be a heartbreaker. Check it out. Oh man. Doggone. Man. Look at that. There's 3 inches of it. Oh, it's got some beautiful work on it. Well, can't win them all. Just gives me more hope for this field, as if I didn't already have some. This is my Ole Stompin Grounds. Later. Alright, I made it back to the house. I couldn't wait no longer about going. I just had to go, and couldn't get no rain. It hadn't rained here since the end of May. But my Ole Stompin Grounds had been rained on in May. I've walked it to death. Like I mentioned, the tobacco. And this is what you see typically in a campsite. You know, this is what you can expect to find. More brokes than holes for sure. Some tools. Here's just a, you can see the flaking on that edge right there. They just used that for a knife. Left Gore-Tex on most of it. Stoked, rough tool. Here's a pretty good blade. It's a banded hornstone. See the bands in it. Had a pretty good day. Of course, it wasn't like what it could have been if we'd had some rain. It's cool colors. Look at that black stripe going down the side of that. Of course, it's broke. Here's another piece that's broke. And here's a tool that's pretty colors in that thing, the black. Nice tool, I guess, as far as tools goes. 3 1/4 inches long. You've seen me find this drill. Like I mentioned in the earlier video, most all the drills that I have come from down there, outside of maybe a couple. Little piece with a tip knocked off of it. The rain's going all around us. The counties surrounding us, they're getting the rain, seems like, and we just can't buy none. There's a nice little square knife. Which, if it was in my control, I would drown some people and fry some others, so I'm glad it ain't in my control. We'll just take what we can get. I got a 10th yesterday, but there's no fields right here around my house. The ones I hunt are everywhere else, so they didn't get no rain. Broken tip off that thing. Still got Gore-Tex on it. This in here, I'll show you this little tip on that thing. This is real fine. It's broke. And this is some of the stuff I found. I mean, I found this in places of the field that I've walked the whole field, but I probably walked this place where I found these 3 times, I'd say. This being the 4th time, but you saw the tobacco, it's just shriveled up. And I'm probably seeing now probably 5 or 6 inches more in the row up along the side of the tobacco than what I was before. So that makes a difference when you can see the ground. There's a nice little hafted scraper. This right here would have been a nice piece if it all been there. And this has got some interesting things about it. That right there is real porous, like that was the end of the rock, so I don't doubt that what that was, it broke when they manufactured it. Of course, it wasn't necessary to have there. And that being dark like it is right there, and you can see a stripe, looks like going across it right here. I wonder if that ain't, you know, their, whatever it is that they hafted that with, pine pitch or whatever, that's stained that porous spot more so than the flint. And it's interesting to look at the end of it. I'm satisfied in my way of thinking that this thing was broke long before they ever quit using it. As you can see, the end of it, where the center line is, it's pretty much the center line is dead on. But then as you go down the blade, they begin to bevel over toward this side on both blade edges. But it only goes from there down to here, and the tip's never been resharpened. So that leads me to believe that, you know, why else wouldn't they have taken the resharpening all the way out to the tip rather than starting there and going back? So I'm satisfied they used that even after that tip was gone. That thing's sizey. That thing would have been well over 4 inches if it all been there. And it's wide too. It's like 1.5 inches wide. And here's the find of the day, and of course it's the most complete. I believe it's a Capina triangle. So I just simply don't find Madison's here. There's a few different triangle points that this may fall into the category of, but like I mentioned, being I found Capinas in the field, I'm saying this is a Capina triangle form. But anyway, that's my hunt, guys, and I hope you enjoy it, and maybe I can get out as soon as I can get some more rain. Appreciate you watching.